in credit officer, but many of them were posted in their own district and they are used only as a ordinary officer, general banking officer,
Mainstream.
mainstream only. That's what it
Sir,
is.
usually while the recruitment process may be for a specialist, for some instances, organizations are using the resources in any means as per their requirements and
Yeah,
at the point of need.
good, excellent, excellent. That's right. Now, only 3 of you are there now. Now, I just
Yes.
want to tell you, these are the materials I have given you in the folder provided to you. This one is that CTDI, that is that magazine about which many of you must be aware of. And in that, we will be going from the reverse order, say in this one, that is from April. From April, you know, CTDI is a very good magazine. It tells about various important things and all. So we will go from this. And before starting that, let me tell you, the materials given to you consists of CTDI, some interview material, static GK, economy, financial awareness, then November interview. Then this one, you may think it is not, I mean, it is actually current questions they are asking in for scale 1 recruitment. Similarly, ADDA 2-year yearbook important bank interview questions. I think here this is based on my collecting. See what are all the different topics on which questions can be asked. Covering to an extent possible, I have written. And of course, much depends on the, say, the answer you are giving for one question based on which the next question is asked. Then Bank of Baroda interview techniques. This is a material which was given by one of the employees of Bank of Baroda for his promotion, which is very much relevant for our, say, interview for another bank also. So that way I have given you that one. Then next one is bank promotion interview questions. I think here I don't have many questions. I have few questions that I have collected in the recent past for a few banks, maybe Indian Bank and other banks, then or Bank of Baroda also. Next one is budget key features. And this one is categorization of zones. This one, I got it collected from one of the employees who has been recently selected into Bank of Maharashtra as a scale 3 officer. He has sent it. Because, you know, I was, I don't know whether the same categorization is being done in all banks. Mr. Raipur man, are you aware of the way your branches are categorized? Up to what extent they are called a small branch? Any idea about that, or you don't know?
Sir, regarding the business, I have no particular idea about this, sir. Sir, this varies from bank to bank, actually, sir.
Achha, it varies from bank to bank. Oh.
Yes, sir. There will be different categories from bank to bank, as well as means a kind of organization. For suppose if it is a RRBs, there will be some different structure. If it is for the commercial bank,
I'm not asking about RRBs. About scheduled commercial banks, especially public sector banks.
in PSBs also, it may vary from organization to organization, sir.
Achha, Gaurav, are you aware of the criteria for this?
So it is categorized on two bases. One is advances and another is business mix. So depending upon advances and business mix in IUB, the branches has been classified as small, medium, large, very large, exceptionally large. And depending upon the categorization of the branch, and our scale, different scale of officers are being allotted as a branch manager.
Let us take your own branch. What is the figure of your branch now? Deposit plus advance.
Sir, total business mix is 104 CR.
104 CR.
Yeah,
It is a scale 3 or scale 4 branch?
it's actually a scale 3 branch.
Acha, good.
Yeah.
It is here also. It is coming under scale 3 only. In this
Yes, sir.
Bank of Maharashtra, they say small branch means up to 20 crores. Then
Yeah.
medium means 20 to 60 crores. Large means 60 to 150. And of course, with minimum average advance also they are insisting. And only when it is crossing 150 crore, they are making it as very large. And above 500, it is made as exceptionally large branches. So this, of course, they may not ask you. Just I had an interest in knowing it.
Actually, for us, they're asking like up to 10 CR, it's categorized as small and it will be headed by scale 1.
Mhm.
From 10 to 60, it will be headed by scale 2, and that will be categorized as medium.
Oh,
60 to 125 with a minimum advance of 30 CR will be categorized as scale 3 branch.
so
And
so you are
Yeah.
confirming the view of our Raipur man that the figures are different in different banks.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
So
Depending upon their necessity,
yeah,
how
but
they categorize risk
if some
and
of
how
if
they
some
define.
of if some of you can get in touch with central bank, some officer, you
Yeah.
can talk to him over phone and collect broad details. Small kya hai, medium kya hai. Oh, figure.
I have a circular of central bank as well.
अच्छा. Oh, आपका
So
पास
I'll
है.
be
Oh, please
yeah,
post in our WhatsApp group.
yeah, sure, I'll post it,
Now,
sir.
you know, the one good thing we have done is we have formed a WhatsApp group, especially for scale 3 and 4 of central bank. So whatever you want to share, you can share there. So of
Yeah,
course,
actually, I'm in process of arranging documents from Central Bank of India.
acha,
So
good, good, good.
yeah, I'm trying to get some circulars from their recent circulars based upon the business and schemes, so that
Very-
it will be easy for me to face the interview.
Yeah, one such thing is this one, you know, Central Bank of India, unique recurring deposit.
Yeah.
This is the new scheme, unique recurring deposit scheme with life cover. Having started this, I would request Raipur man,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Raipur man, why don't you read this for us now? We will start with this one first. We are getting to know about central bank's unique recurring deposit scheme. The uniqueness is with life cover. Please read. Are you seeing on the screen?
Yes, yes, sir. I could see this and I'm reading now, sir.
Mm.
Central Bank of India has introduced a unique recurring deposit scheme, sent Surakshit Samriddhi,
Mm.
exclusively for earning individual in the age group of 18 to 50 years.
Mm.
With additional benefit of a life insurance coverage of 100 times of principal installment amount till the maturity of recurring deposit.
Mm.
The tenure of a Cent Surakshit recurring deposit scheme will be 84 months and the minimum principal installment will be 10,000 rupees and in multiple of 10,000 maximum principal installment amount of 100.
No, that is 1
1
lakh.
lakh.
1 lakh.
1 lakh. The premium for life insurance coverage of depositor will be borne by bank.
That is really great, you know. The interest is, I mean,
Yes, sir.
premium is borne by the bank. That's really good. Now, following are the key
The
features.
following are the key features of the scheme eligibility. The age group of above 18 and up to 50 years of age, earning customer only.
Mm.
Installment minimum 10,000 rupees per month, maximum 1 lakh per month.
Mm.
Period of deposit 84 months.
Mm.
Maturity amount 100 times of principal installment amount. Life insurance coverage 100 times of principal installment amount.
Mm.
Insurance premium will be borne by the bank in regular accounts.
Mm.
This is the condition, sir, in regular accounts only.
Regular accounts only. That is,
Yes, sir.
installment should be paid properly.
Yes, sir. Prompt installment payee only will be getting coverage of insurance. That will be borne by the entire insurance payment will be borne by the bank only.
Mm.
Premature withdrawal available with penalty clause. Loan
Mm.
facility available after 6 months. Death clause. Life insurance coverage amount plus RD closure amount.
Oh,
So
see,
this is an additional benefit, sir. RD closure amount, which is coming with the additional entire interest as on date of closure, as well as the life insurance amount also will be paid to the nominee.
It's really a good one, but
Yes, sir.
only hitch in this scheme is that minimum is 10,000
Sir,
and
minimum is 10,000 and only earning customer is eligible, sir.
where is it given?
Earning customer.
Why it is? Why can I not open in the name of my wife who is below 50
No,
years?
sir. Only earning person only can do this, sir.
अच्छा कहाँ पर दिया है?
Sir, key features of the scheme.
अच्छा उसमें दिया है? कहाँ?
Above installment, sir. Category age group of 18 to 50 years of age in brackets earning customer only.
Oh, see this I didn't register in my mind. Good Raipur, good Raipur, good,
Sir,
good,
thank
good.
you,
Very good. Now, so we have started with this unique scheme. Now we will go to other points. Here, what are the other things that are there? Current affairs, English study. I don't know why I added it. I think it is April current affairs. Then there is a paper on fixed charges. There is a paper on portfolio investment, government schemes for interviews, then guidely for interview, headquarters of international, Indian Bank promotion study material. This is the latest one I got. This consists of 690 plus pages. I don't know how far it will be fully useful. For example, business position of our bank, that we cannot use it, but you can use emerging trends. You can use general banking. Ignore about deposit products. That is not relevant for us. Marketing, we can use it. HDHRM also not required for us. Rural banking, MSME, all these things we can read. And legal aspects, and then IT and digital, NPA management recovery, CBS risk management, foreign exchange also, if it is separately for the bank, it may not be applicable. Corporate credit and all that will be applicable. So Raipur, you are dealing with corporate credit.
Sir, I am dealing with MSME credit, sir.
MSME credit. Acha, acha, acha.
Yes, sir.
So maybe we can compare with your banks and what this bank says. That can be done later on. I think
Yes, sir.
there is one more notes on MSME policy provided by one of you only. This is the definition of MSME and all that. So this also we can make use of it. Then here is RBI digital rupee. What? Then SBI clerk main. You may be wondering why it is here. I just gave it because it includes all of general knowledge and all that. It consists of general knowledge, but there may not be time for us to go through all this. Then structure and functions of RBI. Structure and functions of RBI. Then suggested interview questions. Think this is what I prepared one day, like this last year or so. Maybe for RRB, for whatever it is, I sat in a place and started preparing it. Then tips for success in bank interviews. This is a very good one. This one I collected from one Mr. T.C. Jain. He has told about all these points. This one I have posted as a video also. You can go through that also. Then Union Bank has come out with the interview special in the form of PPT. See, all these things we can apply to our promotion also. Our switch over from one bank to another bank also. So what is this VRRR? Anybody knows? What is VRRR? Is there such a scheme in your bank? No. Variable rate reverse repo. Variable rate reverse repo. Acha, acha, acha. Okay. I have not come across variable reverse rate repo. Gaurav, have you come across this?
Sir, I have read about the term in books only, sir.
Then RTI and its benefits. So here this Union Bank, this thing, it contains some interesting questions also, like who will be benefited when the rupee is rising? Simple questions like this, they will ask. Very good. So this is in nutshell about what we have. Now, from where would you like to start? Shall we start with tips for interview or from the pages like CTDI? Which one would you like to start? The leader of the group is Gaurav because he is going for scale 4. Correct? What about Raipur? You are also going for scale 4?
Yes, yes, sir.
Acha, you are also going for scale 4.
Yes, sir. Appearing for scale 4 only, sir.
Excellent. So both of you are sailing in the
Okay, thank
same boat. He is in scale 2 going for 4. This boy is also going from scale 2 to
And
4.
I really quite impressed with Gaurav's the means how he is getting all this material and how he is concentrating on this particular exam. Really impressed. Very good, Gauravji.
No, this one I have been collecting for various interviews. So it was
Sir,
This is
available.
not my collection, it is
this
sir
this
collection
entire
actually.
material is yours, sir. What he was discussing particular points, he is having the good knowledge that I am really impressed with him, sir. I am happy with the material which you are providing, and I am in continuous touch from 2 years with you,
Oh, thank you. I know. And in fact,
sir.
if you allow him to speak, he will start talking so many good things which will make me feel shamed. Doesn't matter. Right. Very good. Best wishes. Now,
Sir,
Gaurav, you decide.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? From where are we
So
going to be? Yeah.
actually, what I feel that this theoretical knowledge we can make our own notes and we
Mm.
can prepare at our own.
Mm.
So basically, we should focus on tentative questions that can come across us in the interview based upon our profile.
Mm.
So that is the most important thing that we will not be getting in the books, and that we should concentrate more on that.
Yeah, that is also correct. And one of you has already asked for mock interview date as 14th May, maybe
Yeah.
14th May. So some of you, when you feel like taking it up, you can always refer to me 2-3 days beforehand so that we can decide about it. So very good. Now, in fact, while studying Gaurav,
Yeah.
I was having some questions in my mind.
Yeah.
Like uh, I am teaching these people for so many years, that is all right. But if you want me to tell immediately about on a particular point, sometimes I get stuck up. For example, question like can who you can all of you can attempt. Please
Yeah.
explain how will you explain about what is gross NPA? Each one can tell from his own angle, and it need not be, and if it is same also you can repeat, doesn't matter. We can start with our Gaurav. Start.
Sir, basically, gross NPAs are the total NPA that has not been repaid by the borrower within 90 days time. Hello.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you improve this answer?
And net
Uh,
NPA is the amount remaining after deduction of doubtful and unpaid debts from the gross NPA. So that is the actual loss suffered by the bank.
So what is gross NPA percentage means?
Gross NPA percentage will be more actually than net NPA. It will denote the total asset that has not been repaid by the borrower within 90 days period of time.
Oh, I
It
have
will
not.
include doubtful and unpaid debts from the gross NPA as well.
Yeah, I think it is being recorded. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's being recorded. Yeah. So yeah, gross NPA is whatever is NPA divided by total advances.
Yeah, if you want to calculate in percentage, we can do it. Yeah.
Total advances. And similarly, net NPA is net NPA figure divided by total advances will give us the net NPA. that at least I can manage easily. Now, many times we are asked a question on, say, CASA ratio. Why CASA ratio? Banks are very keen on increasing CASA ratio. What is CASA ratio of your bank or central bank? Yeah, who can answer this now? No, I'm
Sir,
sorry. Yeah.
sir, this is from Raipur, sir. Actually,
Yeah.
particularly, I'm not having the exact idea of the present figure of my bank, sir. But what I can tell is, banks always keen on CASA because of the banks will get the liability at a very less expenditure, means less interest rate.
Mm,
If it is in case of a current account, the bank need not to pay any interest.
mm,
So for getting the deposits with less interest rate, and we can give as an advances, we can rotate as an advance to the at a higher level. Means the margin will be high, sir.
mm,
If it is in case of the other deposits like a term deposits, definitely the rate of interest is fixed at a higher level when compared to the CASA accounts. Then.
mm.
So the margin will be less.
Correct. Now, our Khan, would you like to answer this point? Mr. Khan. Irai Khan, what is his full name? Hello.
Just now joined, sir.
Acha,
Will be
just
able
now.
to yes,
Just now you're joined. Acha. What
Yeah,
is
yeah,
your
yeah,
full
sir.
name? What is your full name?
Iraikan Manassas.
You are from which place and which bank?
Tamil Nadu, sir. Currently working with City Union Bank
Acha. City, as you are
as
working
branch head, sir.
branch head. In your bank, you have a system of, say, scale 1, 2, 3 and all that? No.
Yeah, sir. I am currently in scale 2.
Currently in scale 2. You are
Scale 2.
appearing for scale 4?
Scale 4. Yes.
Oh, great. All the three of you are going for scale 4 only. Super. And two of you are sailing in the same boat. Gaurav and you both are branch heads. And this for our Venkateshwara,
Yes, sir. Yes.
Venkat Prasad. He is a,
Yes.
a credit management officer. Very good. Nice. Excellent. You can join us later on. Now, I will ask another questions. So, can anyone explain me what is return on assets? These are all macro level questions, not at branch level and all that. This is considering bank as a whole. Now tell me, because you are going for scale 3 and scale 4 level, so maybe at a higher level they will expect you.
Yes, sir. These kind of questions can definitely be asked. What, according to me, return on asset? Usually, asset to the bank is definitely a loan, sir. Whatever the bank finances, it is called an asset, and the return, whatever it is getting, bank is getting, it will be called as the return on assets. The average return on asset, usually banks always study on how much return on asset, return on investment. I mean, whatever asset, how much it is getting, particularly on a segment wise. Like that, bank used to always calculate, sir. Usually, the financial institutions are used to calculate this in what kind of segment, how much return on investment they are getting, how they have to improve the return,
Good.
how they have to curtail the losses on particular things. So these kind of calculations usually being done.
Yeah.
And return on assets is definitely the revenue, whatever it is earning from the assets. It is called return on assets, sir.
Good. Now, Gaurav, would you
Yes,
like
sir.
to tell some more points on this?
Actually, return on asset is a ratio which indicates ability of the bank to earn profit from its asset. If we talk about formula, so formula is like net income plus interest expenses divided by total asset, average asset actually.
Good. What is the formula?
Sir, final formula is net income plus interest expenses divided by total asset, total average asset.
Mm,
That is startup period plus end of period divided by 2.
mm. Good. So here, once we arrive at this, there can be counter questions, which I'm sure many of us may not be able to answer, but let us read from the net only. Yeah, can you read this? IOB boy, continue. Indian, sorry to say all of you as boy and all that.
No, we have boy only for you, sir.
Yeah, please read. India scheduled commercial banks. Please read this.
India scheduled commercial banks return on asset data was reported at 0.910% in 2022. This records an increase from the previous number of 0.660% for 2021. India scheduled commercial banks return on asset data is updated yearly, averaging 0.910% from March 2000 to 2022 with 23 observations.
Yeah, but one thing, comparing this with the return on asset of central bank, I think this
Yeah.
seems to be lower. Na? Here they have told it as 0.44. That is slightly lower. But whenever we talk in interviews, we will always talk the plus point of the bank to which we are appearing for interview.
Yes.
Never
Yes.
we will mention the negative points unless we are specifically asked to tell about it. Now, please continue this. What is the average return? Maybe it is more or less same. Continue.
India foreign banks return on equity data was reported at 8.030% in 2022. This records a decrease from the previous number of 9.20% for 2021. India foreign banks return on equity data is updated yearly, averaging 10.79% from March 2000 to 2022 with a 23 observation.
See, here again, I think foreign banks seem to be doing better than our banks. Continue. Return on asset ratio. Please read.
Since bank asset largely consist of money the bank loans, the per dollar return is an important metric of bank management. ROA ratio is the company net after tax income divided by its total asset.
Oh, this is the formula you said. And only thing is, instead of dollar, make it as rupee. That's all. Return on asset ratio is company's net, that is bank's net after tax income, company's net profit after tax income divided by total assets. That's what all of you have been correctly telling. Very good. Then these things are not required. What does return on assets? That's not required. What is current capital adequacy ratio in banks? Please read this. Please read this. Indian
public sector banks must maintain a CAR of 12%, while Indian scheduled commercial bank must maintain a CAR of 9%.
Yeah, I think most of the public sector banks have over 12% only. Na? So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, that is right. What about our City Union Bank? How is its position? Any idea? City Union Bank. Excuse me. Or Irai Khan. Are you hearing me? Irai Khan, perhaps you are not having that figure with you. Irai Khan, I think he's not hearing. This is one problem with the internet. Like sometimes the sound is not coming properly. It doesn't matter. So we have covered that question. Return on asset. What is this? A return on equity. I think Venkat, you must be able to tell us.
Sir.
What is return on equity?
Sir, the return divided by equity, sir, equity capital. How much share capital they have invested?
Return on equity of banks.
Equity capital.
Correct.
The net return of an organization divided by its equity, sir.
It's total equity. Yeah.
Yes.
Return on equity measures how efficient a corporation is in generating profit from money that investors have put into business. Most
Yes, sir.
non-financial companies focus on growing earnings per share, while ROE is the key metric for banks. Central bank's ROE is what? 6.43. It has increased from 4.49 to 6.43. Very good. So this much we will cover as far as this portion, this material is concerned. Now, shall we discuss something on this point? Because I think this may not be familiar for all of you. What is RTI and its benefits from the angle of customers? Of course, I am not sure whether it is beneficial from the angle of the institution. So how will you answer this question? Is RTI a beneficial one for the banks? How will you answer this question? Any one of you can choose to answer.
Yes, sir. Definitely, there is a positive aspect of RTI for the organization as well to
How?
maintain
How?
the core values pertaining to the customer service. This RTI is definitely can be treated as an asset to the financial institution as well, sir, because it can keep its employees in line with the RTI policy, so that the organization can provide the best of its services through its uh, human resources. And as well as the organization through the RTI also can communicate the products and services that are available to the customers. Even some people are filing about the might not be knowing about the products and services available with the bank. They are even filing the RTIs also. So in some instances, even through that way also, the bank can utilize this RTI for publishing the products and services to the customers as well.
I'm just searching our chat GPT. India.
Actually, RTI promotes transparency and accountability in administration. So banking sector, although it is mandatory now, RTI is mandatory for each and every government organizations or public organizations. But it is a quite one of the key note in we can say that bank's commitment towards transparency and its commitment towards corruption free. It is one of the tool actually.
Good. So now I am showing you this one. What our chat GPT has come out with. Just a minute. I will show you this. Yeah, now IOB boy, you please read this. This is there on your screen now. Right to Information Act.
The Right to Information Act 2005 RTI Act is a very useful tool for ensuring transparency and accountability in the functioning of public sector undertakings, PSUs, and government department in India. Under the RTI Act, citizens have the right to access information held by public authorities, including PSUs and government department. This includes information related to their functioning, policies, decision, contracts, and expenditure. The RTI Act has been instrumental in empowering citizens to hold PSUs and government department accountable for their actions. It has led to greater transparency and efficiency in the functioning of these entities, as they are required to disclose information to the public in a timely and proactive manner. For example, if a citizen wants to know about the details of a particular PSU decision-making process or the expenses incurred by government department on a certain project, they can file an RTI application to obtain the relevant information. This helps to ensure that the public authorities are accountable to the citizen they serve. Overall, the RTI Act has been a significant step towards promoting transparency and accountability in India's governance governance system and has helped to make PSU and government department more accessible and responsive to the needs of the public.
Very good. I think even he is also repeating the very same point, namely more accessible, responsive, and transparency. This is what they are telling. Good. And that's what our Venkat also highlighted. That is, it is bringing a certain amount of seriousness in the working of the institutions. Not that they will not have seriousness in the absence of that, but then it will create a certain amount of responsibility, that they have to do it correctly. I am giving this answer in our, what is that, WhatsApp group. Excuse me, I am giving it in our WhatsApp group so that you can read it whenever you get time afterwards also. This is RTI. So this point we have covered now. Now we will go for next one. What we will take up is that I think interview materials. Here this one will be, though it is meant only for scale 1 people, this will be of great help for all of us also. This tells about how we can tell about ourselves. Of course, your answers will be different. How would you present your strengths? Like, what are the positive words you can use? Venkat, can you use these words? Please read.
Sir, just a minute, sir.
Are you seeing on the screen?
Regenerate response.
No, not that one. You are not seeing that. I'm sorry. I want you to see this one. This is the material I am showing you.
Interview capsule for
IPS. Interview capsule, Bankers Adda interview. In that, this one here, you read the positive words. It will be helpful for us to use while answering in interviews. Please read. Motivated.
Examples of a positive words.
The examples
motivated, supportive,
of
diligent, efficient, effectively, enthusiastic, competent, resilient, resourceful, flexible, committed, focused, confident.
Yeah. What is resilient? Resilient means trying again and again, not feeling bad after meeting with one failure, not giving up is known as resilient. Then read this also. Please read key skills that you can add
Key
while
skills that you can add.
Yeah.
Disciplined, efficiency in work, technical knowledge, good listening skills, confidence level, initiative in work, creative mind, open-minded, logical thinking ability, analytical thinking, quick learner, empathetic, friendly nature, communication skills, problem-solving skills, positive attitude.
Are you empathetic with your customers? Who was reading this? Is it C?
Sir, from Raipur.
Raipur. Venkat.
Yes.
Venkat, are you empathetic with your customers?
Sir,
I am asking.
to be frank, actually, frankly saying, I'm exactly not known about the word empathetic, sir.
That is why I'm asking. Empathetic means putting yourself into the shoes of the other person. That is, when you look at the problem, you put yourself into the shoes of the other person. That is, ఎలాగ చెప్తున్నారంటే మీరు వాడి పొజిషన్ లో పెట్టుకోవాలి.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
వాడి పొజిషన్ లో పెట్టుకొని అండర్స్టాండ్ చేస్తే మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ అని అనుకుని మీరు ఆన్సర్ చేస్తారు. సో దట్స్ వాట్ ఇట్ ఇస్. గుడ్. Excellent. Any other doubts you have regarding this? Then for this, your answer has to be Yes, I am empathetic with customers, with others. Okay, that is how you have to say. Then,
Yes,
do you have positive attitude?
yes, sir, obviously.
How do you say you have positive attitude?
Sir, for
The
any,
bank is running on
if it
primary
is
Yeah.
in
pillar
case
of
of
process, right?
my
Yeah,
customer,
Venkat, wait. Let us wait for our Gaurav to tell. Gaurav, tell.
Yeah. Bank business is running on the pillar base of positive attitude only.
Mm,
So we have to have a positive outlook for every business opportunity that we have.
exactly. Venkat, what is your answer?
sir, my answer is we lead our life in a positive faith.
Mm,
So we will have some positive expectation. With that only we will go the same. We are working towards we are working for the customers in a positive attitude only to solve their needs.
exactly. In fact, the present entire banking system is based on positive thinking and hope only, especially when we find in America, and not only America, even in India, banks are giving loans in terms of crore and all that for a person who is earning 4 lakhs or 5 lakhs, whose job itself is not guaranteed.
Yes, sir.
Whose job itself is not guaranteed. The businessman's income is not assured because suddenly some change comes in the usage of the product. The product's sales comes down. For example, what I am reminded is only of, say, whenever we started using a computer and all, we were using floppies. Then we came to CDs. Then we came to DVDs. So like that, then came that video recorders, video players,
Exactly.
video record. Everything has been changing steadily. And today's setup is entirely different from what it was. And if one is not diversifying his area, that will result in the company not doing well. In fact, that is one of the reasons why banks have started doing not only banking, other things also. For example, bank assurance services, mutual fund products. If that alone is okay, now many of them are doing wealth management also. So likewise, we have to do all these things, diversify. So this book will be of use for you to answer questions on your strengths, weaknesses, etc. and general personality related questions. How important is this interview to you? What qualities differentiate you from other candidates? Like this, not that this alone will be asked. Then, what are your hobbies, strengths, and weaknesses? These are all very simple questions for our, that is, probationary officer level, IPO, SEZ, LAF, FII, CASA, liquidity, RBI, etc., etc. So this will be simple questions. Balance questions are all related to computer. Now you cannot rule out they are asking questions relating to computer also, because you are in scale 2 or 3 and going for 4, in which case you must be thorough with the CBS and its intricacies, problems, etc. So just go through this also. This will be useful, but these things may not be required. Boyle's law and all that, this will not be required. So this Bankers Adda interview book, you please read. Then this static banking, I am not sure how far questions will be asked in from this. Static bank, of course, static banking means it's a regular banking about which all of you are thorough. But even here, if I ask some questions, I'm sure some of us may not be able to answer. Can you tell me, Venkat, what is brown label ATM? They will not ask you this question, don't worry, because you are already a credit officer. Your questions will be, 100% based on credit only. So I am
Yes.
just making fun of you by asking, can you tell me what is brown label ATM?
Sir, I'm sorry, sir, not sure about it.
Mhm. Yeah. What about Madurai boy? Hello, brown label ATM.
Brown level ATMs, generally hardware is owned by service provided, but cash management and network connectivity is provided by a sponsor bank.
Correct. So that is the answer given. These are run by private institutions, not owned by banks, but brand name and connectivity is by bank. Correct.
Yeah,
Good.
sponsor banks.
Good. Very good.
We say it offsite ATMs sometimes.
Yeah. Acha. Very good. White label ATM is RBI permitted NBFCs, financial institutions to establish ATMs with their own brand name. These are known as white label ATMs, Indie Cash, India One, etc. Yeah, exactly. And of course, talking less about this is better, you know. I find a lot of reports about ATMs being broken, this, that, and all in India and Tamil Nadu also in particular by people coming from different parts of the country. Nothing can be said about that. That's right. So very good. So I suggest not that this is important. Whatever is relevant, you feel you just go through, and then maybe that will help you in your interviews. So today we have done that 2-3 questions in the back. We have not touched upon CTDI. We will do it afterwards. This interview material is also covered. Then I suggest you read CTDI from January to April. From January to April, you read so that when we come here, I can raise questions from that and let us see whether you are able to remember and answer them. Since your position is a higher one, what they will think is only in terms of your broad ideas about them. And for example, even if you don't answer what is the rate of interest in savings account, they may not mind it. Like white label ATM, you don't answer, they may not mind it. They will ask only explanatory questions, which you must be able to answer well. We will continue with this discussion tomorrow at 8 p.m. Hope you will come. 1 minute. Let me see whether I have time. Yeah, tomorrow 8 p.m. 7th May. 8 p.m. is time okay for me. If you come, we can discuss. And I told you, I want you to read CTDI April to, what is that? April
January
to,
to
or
April.
January to April, sir.
Yeah, please do that. Okay. That's
Sir,
Yes,
where
sir.
can we get CTDI and interview materials, sir?
it is here, Baba. I have given you the link. Na?
Okay, okay, sir. I
I
will
have
see that.
1 minute. What is your number? Tell me. First
Sir,
five number.
8109
81.
6.
Okay. That's right. I have sent you. I have sent all
Okay,
the
sir.
people, whatever. See this one, tinyurl.com. That is what is it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
so
you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day, sir.
Best wishes. Thank you. Now I
Thank
will
you,
be
sir.
going
Thank you.
for. I'll be going for officers interview. That's the thing. Thank you.